to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Bryan pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurter. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's going on? This is Salty Language, episode 234.
234, the
Yep.
most numerical podcast on the network.
Yep. We
Maybe.
No, I don't. Probably. I don't know. Each week we're the somethingest.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You realize how many championship belts we have?
All of them.
All the belts.
Yeah, that's right. Forget Ric Flair.
All the straps.
Yep.
Looks like a sex dungeon down here.
I think that probably is what most people figure. You know, is that
Shameless Plug Studios / sex dungeon.
Sex dungeon. Right? Yeah. It's. I mean, you know, that's only appropriate. You know, what can you do? The sexiest sex dungeon. Oh boy, and
That's how we make our monies.
the beardiest sex
recording.
dungeon. That's kind of weird, but hey, whatever pays the bills. You know.
That's true. Beardiest is a little weird, but I'm sure there's somebody into it.
Well, you have to be careful if you advertise yourself as a sex dungeon and you're the beardiest one, because you have to specify which clientele you're going after.
This is true.
Or you just cater to all and, you know.
Well, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
There's more money and more demographics,
I
right?
agree. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody comes in, I hear you're the beardiest. Like, hey, yes, we are. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to a wedding and they ask you which side do you want to sit on, basically, you know.
Yeah, you got to sign the guest book.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, anonymity and all, but, I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, they can sign it with their, sex dungeon pseudonym.
Yes, yeah.
Like Leather Steve or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, man. It probably won't be, but I'm writing Sex Dungeon pseudonym down for the show title.
It's awfully early.
I know. It's not the earliest, though. I mean,
That's very true.
we've had, like, pretty much as soon as we started talking, we're like, yeah, that might be the show title.
Winner.
Oh, man. So this week I had my follow-up at the neurologist office.
Right?
And I get in there, and, well, first of all, while I'm sitting in the waiting room, there's a woman, when I first sat down, she's got her phone on, and she still has the keyboard sounds on.
I despise that.
Which, first of all, why do those even still exist? Those just are annoying. Can anyone give me a real reason those need to exist?
To annoy the people around you.
Right? It's like, ugh. Anyway, just, here's the thing. Like, when you type on a keyboard, generally you're supposed to be staring at the screen, right? That's
Right.
how typing is supposed to be done. When you're doing it on your phone, you're looking right at the same. Your eyes are almost looking at your thumbs. Generally.
Right.
So, anyway, well, whatever. She's just into this. The click, 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 and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I could just feel my fury level rising, and I'm kind of making a Mystery Men comment there.
Were you in a deli line, perchance?
No, not this time. No, but
was there a deli nearby?
No, but by the time this whole ordeal was over, I was a ticking time bomb of fury, rage,
enough.
Whatever. There was a woman sitting about 2 seats down from her that was giving her the stink face. I mean, just setting her on fire with her gaze, and the woman just sat there, just oblivious because, she's looking at her phone. Yeah. Well, then she stops, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Reaches into her purse, pulls out some, I don't know, bubble gum or whatever, throws 2 pieces of it into her face, and all of a sudden it's click, 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 click. Oh, dude, I mean,
it sounds so lovely.
I almost started winging chairs around the room like it was a Jerry Springer episode or something. Oh, my God.
Now, were you winging chairs so you could immediately propose to her and clear the room?
Obviously, no. I was winging chairs at her to stun her so that I could, hit her with a gore in there.
It's like that ECW match, and they're like, throw us a chair, and
Yeah.
the crowd threw every chair.
Right. And unfortunately, they weren't folding chairs. I hit her with like a Van Daminator or something, but
Nice.
to wing it at her face. Oh, my God. So, when they call my name, I probably have not gotten out of a chair and out of the waiting area quicker in my life because it's like,
I feel this. Oh, no, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, why, turn the damn thing off when you're in public, at least. If you, for some reason, enjoy that sound or need that sound, turn it off when you're sitting in a room full of people.
Yeah, but even when I'm sitting in a room full of people, I'll put my phone on vibrate if like Twitter starts beeping.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, these people don't want to hear my shit go bloop, 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 and all that. You know?
Right. I mean, they know you're a celebrity, but still.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, that's clearly, they can just tell by my clothing.
Right. You're stiff-arming them
Who's
away
that number
already.
one stunner?
Yeah. You just walk in, you're like, we must protect this house. Because always in the Under Armour.
It's true. I feel the same way about speakerphone.
I totally agree.
Because, like, I was working, it was this week, and behind me I just hear this woman, yeah, because that's basically what it sounded like.
So what was like a Yoko Ono concert or something, right?
Yeah, like if someone lit Yoko on fire. Kind of what it sounded like.
Awesome. I want to go to that concert.
And I'm like, what is all that caterwauling? I'm like, did someone's face get caught in the door or whatever, And it's just this woman walking down the hallway just holding her cell phone on speakerphone.
Oh.
I can hear both. It's like, what are you? I get it if it's like, oh my God, the cell phone's going to give me brain cancer.
Yeah.
Get a fucking headset then, man.
Seriously. Like, the ones that really piss me off are the ones that hold it at, like, chest level and do it. Because they yell. Because you know how it is, people think the further away from my face it is, I have to yell. And you don't. It'll still pick you up from that distance. Just fine.
Modern technology is remarkable.
Do you know how I can tell you that? Is, when you put the headphones in that had the little microphone on it, the microphone doesn't hang at your mouth. It hangs almost at chest level.
It hangs in my beard.
Yeah. Oh, and if you need evidence of that, go listen to the Daft Pod you were on.
Yeah. Sounds like I'm like in the woods.
Yeah, it did. Maybe I need to go back and listen to it and think of it that way. It'll be probably more entertaining.
Yeah, crashing through the brush.
Right, yeah, you're out like at just, one of your naked nature hikes or whatever,
For sure. The only thing I'm wearing is that like armband for my phone. So
and a smile. Yeah.
And a Rambo headband.
Well, obviously. What do you savage?
I got to keep the sweat off my brow.
Yeah. Yeah. I was at the grocery store today, and somebody was walking around with their phone on speakerphone, and they were holding it like a good foot away from their face. And I was just like, get a fucking headset, seriously. Or just, hey, I'm in the store, I'll call you back.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't, I could hear the conversation. It wasn't anything important.
I mean, it's very rare I'll use speakerphone for anything.
Yeah.
And it's usually like if I'm in the kitchen and my hands are doing shit that can't be holding a phone.
Like scratching your balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Which I do in the kitchen all the time.
Sure, who doesn't?
Why do you think I have all these bamboo utensils? No.
Like, hey, can you hand me that back scratcher? Be like, no, that's from my taint. The third one from the left is for my back.
Yeah, the one with the hook on it.
Yeah. The one without the metal hook is for the back.
Right.
What? I got to get in there.
I mean, it's very rare I use it because I despise it.
I have always hated it. Like I've said before, I think on this show, I had a DM at Hollywood Video that every time he called you, you were on speakerphone. And I hated it. Because, like in that case, it was more because I'm like, I don't know who's in the room. But second of all, it's like, seriously, you're calling me. You can't fucking pick up a handset, like, geez.
Oh, I'm way too busy doing DM stuff.
And even in those days, that was before Bluetooth, but it's like, you still could have, phones still had the headphone jack so you could wear a headset.
Yeah,
you
could look like a spaceman.
Yeah. I was like, ugh.
Pretty cool, actually.
Get one of those. Nope.
I mean, love my in-laws.
However.
Them and speakerphone is like peanut butter jelly.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's like no matter what, even if they're in a car.
Yeah.
So if like phone rings, all I hear is like,
yeah.
It's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what? Oh, what are you doing? It's like everyone's talking to you. It's like, just put it to your head.
Yeah.
Put it to your head.
That's where I hate it the most is when you get 2 or 3 people talking to you. Because in the way those things pick up sound, it all just mushes together. And you're like, I don't know what I'm listening to. Like you said, that was some weird situation. I don't know. I get it. Sometimes, people will call you and they do it so that it's hands-free driving. But, oh, man, I still hate it so much.
Not even me. I'll be doing, whoa, Jesus, my wife's here.
Yeah, I know. I saw her.
Holy hell, you scared me. Yes, we are.
Bouqueting.
Yeah, spooky scary. It's like, I'll be doing like 95 weaving through traffic.
All right.
I'll still have my phone to the side of my face.
Yeah.
Because
you're an idiot, right?
Go fuck you, speaker.
I agree.
For a while, my work gave us like those phones that had the 2 ways.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Horrible.
I will say this. I am so glad those are gone.
My phone still has it, but they don't use it
man.
anymore.
When I worked
at... I told them, I'm like, you guys need to stop.
Yeah.
I'll be in the middle of like,
man.
You know how many offices I'm in? They're all nice and quiet, and it's like, oh, can you get a pillow?
Yeah. And it's not even cool,
Yeah, it's like no one wants to hear that.
Well, at least they didn't have. Did they have that like chirping before it went through?
Yeah.
Like what was it? Sprint, I think it was that kind of originated that. Oh my God, that was annoying. People used to walk. You hear it all the time. You hear that, and then like they're walking through the video stores doing it, and I'm like, oh, this is I want to go just mush your face into anything sharp. Like stop it.
Jump on their back, do a little reverse or rear naked.
Oh, man.
It'll be over soon.
Yeah. I don't know why. It seriously does. It sets me into a blind rage almost immediately. And I think it's so obnoxious. I think that's what it is. It's just like, you're just like, my conversation is more important than anything around me, basically. And I am going to invade everyone's space, no matter where you're at in this place, with my noise. I mean, it's seriously like, I'm just going to start going into a store and just and just stomping around for no reason. That's basically the equivalent of it.
That's a great idea. We need to video this.
I know,
Periscope.
Right? Periscope. Yeah. Like, what is that guy doing?
This is a phenomenon that I've noticed mostly on college campuses, and I despise it.
Right.
And it makes me feel like an old man.
Does it grind your gears? Anyway.
It grinds my gears. It makes me want to shake my fist.
Does it chap your ass? Right.
It does. But it's when the kids these days will just straight out jam their music through their phone speaker.
Oh, yeah. It sounds awesome, too.
For anyone around them.
It always sounds so awesome coming through the phone, too. Because it sounds like...
It actually doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the phones, though, it sounds like listening to, a tape tape, like a Walkman from like 1985 or something, 88 or something,
Yeah, it's like they took their old Walkman headset and put it in a sardine can.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's some crisp sound you got there.
But even in an elevator, it's like, really? I don't want to hear whatever shite this is.
Don't lie. Don't lie. You're doing dab to it, I know how it is.
Maybe it's because I'm just of that generation, Brian.
Could be, yeah. Well, what you should do is just cue up some of your own music and just, blast some Dying Fetus.
Yeah, say some Dying Fetus or a mosh pit.
Right. That'd be awesome. But if you do, don't react to it. No jumping around, no nothing. Just play it straight while you're just like, you got it on and or maybe just that occasional head nod to it or something. Just real subtle, That way they're just looking at you like, are you even into this music?
There's like Fridays, right?
Yeah. Like, oh, dude, my pastor's in this band.
What's the band? Burn the Priest.
Yeah. Well, man. Good times.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
stuff.
I feel like we've got our old man rants out of the way a little bit there.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty more to be had.
There's always more. I'm going to switch gears real quick. I had somebody like my profile on one of the online dating sites, and her name was Lana. And I'm like, I don't know if I could date somebody named Lana because I'd just be yelling, Lana, all the time.
I do believe I might have that sound drop.
I think you did.
I don't quite remember.
Yeah, you did. I don't know if you still do.
Welcome to the...
Damn it.
No, it's not that one.
Danger zone.
That is not it.
No. But it's the same joke though. That would be like it would be going through my head all the time.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see where she'd just be like, "Listen, this is great and all, but I just can't stand you because you won't let the Archer joke go." Like, you think you're the first one who's done that to me?
Please tell me you messaged her just all caps. Lana!
Oh, I should. Danger zone. Just real small at the bottom.
Because if she responds, what? Keep her.
Well, yeah, as long as it's,
all caps with multiple exclamations.
Or something like, oh my God, I love Archer. Be like, awesome. Right. Yeah, it was just kind of funny because, some names just evoke something and, it's like, a lot of people picture if you're looking for someone on these sites and you stumble across someone, you read their profile and you're like, wow, they sound really cool, but they have your mom's name.
Yeah, weird.
Weird, right? Yeah, exactly. It's that kind of stuff, So,
sure.
Lana, it's just I'm never going to let that go, and I will probably run it into the ground, especially because I can. And
right.
Yeah. But it just made me laugh. Like, when I saw her name was Lana, I just started giggling like a maniac. So
I can't say I blame you,
I was
Brian.
so hoping that in her, likes, it would say Archer for TV shows, but it didn't. But a lot of shows that are similar, in that vein, so I was like,
yeah, she might, maybe.
Or maybe she's like, maybe it used to say Archer, but she was like, I'm tired of guys messaging me with,
Yeah, the Lana joke.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. I agree. It's worth it just for the story, right?
Exactly.
Word. That's
exactly right.
Word.
Now, did you, Brian, I'm switching gears on you,
Ooh.
baby. It's currently on the saltylanguage.com, and by the time you hear this, it'll be back in the video section. Did you see the undercover boss of Kylo Ren?
Yes. That was
Hilarious.
So good. Yeah. Have you seen the mock-ups? People have done custom action figures already for it.
Yeah, I saw
They're
the one.
so good. And I was like, I don't know how that could be done, but that would be so awesome to do for a Comic-Con exclusive or just something goofy like that. Because it wasn't in any way disrespectful to any of the property involed. It was just really
perfect.
funny. Yeah.
It was well done and funny.
So good. Yeah. Yeah,
I haven't had my muffin. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I loved it too because they captured it perfectly. Like they put a horrible wig on him, and because I've watched Undercover Boss because at its core I like the idea of the show because it can get a lot of the top level people who have no clue what it's like to be the bottom guy most of the time.
Right.
They can actually get a taste of that daily work. Plus, they have a new appreciation for what does and doesn't work. You can do your job better because you have an understanding.
Oh yeah, I preach that all the time.
Yeah, it's why I've never understood hiring outside when you have a candidate inside. But I just read the other day. I think I saw it on FacePage or something that Marcos, the guy who owns Marcos, is going to be, or the head of Marcos is going to be on that show.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, that'll be interesting because there's a good chance we'll know, unless it's not in Ohio, but that's their headquarters. So,
yeah.
But for those who don't know, Marcos is I think it's mostly local. I don't know how far they stretch out, but
I'm not sure. I think it's like the tri-state area.
Yeah, something like that. It's a pizza place, it's delivery pizza and whatnot. But yeah, I just there's so many times though the wigs on them. I'm like, how does somebody not look at them and go, something's going on here? Like, who is
this guy? Was clearly under government protection.
Yeah, right.
He's a rat.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shank him in the cooler.
Yeah, I smell a narc.
Yep.
And you'd be right because it'd be like a secret shopper concept. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
I thought that was pretty amazing, though.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I heard, that was probably the only bright spot of that Saturday Night Live.
It's what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Well, all that stuff's hit or miss,
Yeah, exactly.
What can you do?
Once again, the good old days. Let's get back to old man ranting.
Yeah, I was gonna say which good old days because it depends. A lot of people say good old days and they're thinking like the Chris Farley, Mike Myers days. But then there's other people who are I want Bill Murray and Gilda Radner and Belushi, so which are you talking about by good old days?
The good old days until Will Ferrell left.
Okay, and that's probably fair. Yeah.
And then it became the dark ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, plague rats, buckets of poop, the whole 9 yards.
Wow, that show really changed since the last time I saw it.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's like a time capsule.
Oh, man. Yeah, I saw, I think Ronda Rousey's hosting it soon.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
It's like the Bill Burr discussion we had pre-show.
Yes.
While Ronda Rousey is hosting Saturday Night Live, Holly Holm is kicking a bag.
Yeah, right? It's,
you know what I'm saying?
In fairness, I don't think that Ronda Rousey, I don't know what she's cleared to do yet.
Well, probably.
I'm surprised she can read a monologue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kick messed her up pretty strong. But
yeah, I don't know. I think
that's what's going to be said, though.
Yeah.
And it was already kind of there with the initial success she had. That people were like, she's going to retire, after blah blah blah, and and it's like, well, she isn't going to probably now, although she's got like a movie coming up, and it's going to be a while.
Right.
So, I was reading something the other day that was talking about whether she deserves the immediate rematch or if it'd be smarter to do like pro wrestling does, where they try to build heat and then have her fight whoever the champion is. Think about it. And the reason they say this is you got Misha Tate fighting Holly Holm next.
Yeah.
If Misha Tate wins that fight, you could have a rematch, or you could have Rousey, Misha Tate, whatever, 3 or 2 or whatever their number is, for the belt, kind of a thing. Either way, you get a good storyline. And again, you could book it like pro wrestling. Either way, you kind of can win off of, But
they might go that angle. I don't know.
But you run that risk that, you almost have to put a cupcake in front of Ronda Rousey, though. Because if you put a legit opponent in front of her and she loses, that probably, I don't want to say ends her career, but it'll certainly hurt her marketability.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to see how they, if they go immediate rematch or if they build it up a little bit. But
she might be better off just hanging out in Hollywood, maybe.
She easily could,
Yeah.
I think she could make that Rock transition, and
I
just move into that.
I don't think she's got the personality to Rock, though.
No, I don't think so
saying?
either. Well, she's going to be doing a movie with Tina Fey. Did you see that? It's called Do Nothing Bitches, apparently. Yep.
I'm not feeling it. I enjoyed her little like rant she did about the video. I was like, that's inspirational.
Yeah.
When you're like, hey, Ronda Rousey, we got this great idea. You remember your video you made and then Beyonce hopped on? She's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. We're going to make a movie out of it.
Wow,
what do you think?
Ronda Rousey's actually...
Does it pay?
Oh, my God, she's in studio.
I know. Shh. It's surprise enthusiast of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm Ronda Rousey. My face still hurts.
I would easily give $1 for that to happen.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway.
But I can't... I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, is Tina Fey writing it, or is she just like?
I didn't really read much into it. I just read a headline and I was like, ugh, and just moved.
If she's writing it, it gives it a little more credence.
Yeah.
But just the fact that there's going to be Do Nothing Bitches, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get the T-shirts though.
That'd be like Chuck Liddell having a beast roar or whatever the fuck he used to do when he used to win.
Oh, I was going to say get knocked
Beast
out.
roared a movie, you know?
He could do it.
He could. Becomes a werewolf. That'd be sick.
You and your werewolves.
Until he gets punched in the face.
Yeah, then it's over.
It's over.
I've never seen a diamond turn into glass as quickly as Chuck Liddell.
Man.
And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say it to his face.
No.
Glass jar or not, I'm not knocking him out.
You ever see that video where he punches? Do you know who Jason Ellis is or no?
The name seems familiar, but I don't.
He used to be a pro skateboarder. He's a radio guy on XM. I used to listen to him.
Okay.
You ever see the video where he? You probably haven't since you don't know.
Right? Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Where Liddell punches him because Ellis is like drunk off his ass, and the whole time he's trying to goad him into punching him. And he's like, nah.
What a terrible idea.
And the guy's a crazy Australian. He's like, punch me, you pussy. And you see Chuck Liddell like stretch his arms out.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm a pussy, and just punches him in the arm, and it like knocks him on the ground. He hits him so hard.
Oh, okay, right. I was like, man, if he hit him in the face, he'd probably half kill him.
No,
yeah.
It was insane, though.
Because that was always one of my favorite things when they had on Opie and Anthony or Opie and Jimmy, you know, when Norton would be like, put me in a chokehold or punch me or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, Jimmy.
Put me in an arm bar.
Yeah. Oh, little Jimmy. You're going to snap like a twig. What are you doing? It's just his faces were so good. Like, as soon as that pressure was locked, you could just immediately see the difference.
The great choke noises.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot who it was that he had punch him in the chest. Was it John Jones or... I can't remember who it was.
Jones, like, gave him a leg kick or something.
Somebody, like, punched him in the chest one time, and he was like, I can't breathe, like, after getting hit.
I remember it, but I don't remember who it was.
Which I don't doubt.
Thing, that was like 100% power.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially when he's like, oh, I'm a pussy.
That's what I said. I was like, why would you? Yeah, well, you know, people do crazy
he's drunk and crazy.
Yeah. I just can't imagine a point where I'm going to think it's a smart idea to, like I said, I don't care. Chuck Liddell could have not thrown a punch for 10 years. I'm still not going to challenge him to throw a punch at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know why? Because he knows how.
Yeah, he knows how to, exactly. He knows all the proper mechanics.
Exactly. Even if he hasn't done it in a long time, he knows how to throw a good punch. And that's why.
You know how Boss Rutan had all that nerve damage, his one arm like withered down?
Yeah.
I wouldn't let Boss Rutan hit me with his baby arm. Because I've seen him punch.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it's that they have that knowledge of how to execute properly, and that's enough. Like, nope, no thanks. You know,
I'm good. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. It's like, here, hit me in the arm. It's not going to just be that standing, you know, like jab. They're going to get that full hip rotation.
Yeah, exactly. Step into it.
Yeah, punch through you, you know. Like, I'm going to hit you in the right shoulder, but I'm punching for your left one, you know.
Yeah. But I'm going to attempt to make it to your kidney.
Yeah. Right.
What?
Hey, pass.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Bueno.
Somebody else can fill in for me. Someone else can be my stunt double on that one. Although it does kind of... I you know, like I've always said that I'd love to step into the batter's box and have like a Roger Clemens kind of pitcher in his prime, just throw his just filthiest stuff at me and not hit me or anything like that. I just want to see what it looks like from the batter's box. You
Just
know,
experience the ball.
Yeah, because
going by you.
There's no chance in hell I'm even going to get a piece of it if he's throwing 100 miles an hour. You know, because it's me. I'm a absolute just waste as far as that goes. But
just hold the bat out in front of you and hope for the best.
I think I'm gonna bunt. He guns one right at my ear, right at the ear hole. You know, he's like, "Get off my plate." You know.
Well, it's like, do you remember Pros versus Joes?
Yes.
It's kind of like that concept.
Kind
you
of.
Got these guys that were like, "Oh, I was like a walk-on on my varsity football team."
Yeah.
And then they like try to to play defensive back against like Torello.
Yeah. Like, good luck.
They just get smoked.
It's funny though, because watching that show a few times is they gear the stuff heavily toward the Joes. Like I watched one that had like Scottie Pippen on it, I think, and it came down to like a free throw shooting contest, but Pippen had to shoot him left-handed. And I was like, really? Like if this guy wants to win the money, make him beat him. Like, make him beat him straight. Right. Left-handed. I'm like, listen, I mean, yeah, the guy gets bragging rights because he beat Scottie Pippen. And it's like he can go, I beat Scottie Pippen in a free throw contest. And then people go, aren't you the guy who he was shooting left-handed, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, that doesn't mean shit. I mean, it might. A lot of pro athletes will practice both hands, so that if they're, directed one way or the other by the defense, they can still lay the ball up or pass it or whatever. But
yeah, like
still,
like I beat Scottie Pippen in horse. Be like, wow, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like
I beat Scottie Pippen in rock paper scissors. Not as impressive.
Probably not. Now, I don't want to disrespect Scottie Pippen's Rochambeau skills. I mean,
it's true.
Let's be careful because for all we know, he's a champ at it. I have no idea.
It could be.
That would be awesome if he was.
It would be.
That was his post-basketball career.
Yeah.
World Championship Rochambeau. You're just flipping it on. It's like on ESPN 40, and you're like, is that Scottie Pippen?
Like, who's that giant surrounded by nerds?
Yeah. It would be, too. Because he's like 6'9" or 6'8" or something, so he probably would be a lot bigger. Oh, that'd be so awesome. Because, there's a lot of pro athletes that afterwards, like they'll pick up bowling or golf or something and do well. Like Jerome Bettis is a really good, like, potentially could be a professional level bowler, and there's a lot of football players or whoever that are, like, near-scratch golfers and stuff. Pro athletes, like pitcher. There's a few pitchers that I can't remember who it is now. From, like, they used to pitch for the Braves. Like Tom Glavine, I think it was. Right. That's like that level, and or not Glavine. Damn it, I can't think. Smoltz. I think it was John Smoltz. Anyway, but whatever. So it's like it would just be awesome to see something like that, or like world champion dart. I don't know what they're called, player, thrower, or whatever it's called.
Chucker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call him tosser.
Tosser's nice.
The Brits will like that,
right? Oh man, it's like, oh, what do you plan to do now that you're retired? I'm going to take up cornhole.
Like, what? You like the Midwest beanbag toss game? Nah, ass fucking.
Yeah. Just all of champion level, though.
Yes.
I only do things one way, and that's the best.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, we should probably move on from this.
All right, fair enough.
Tangent. Although, it is one of the networks we're part of.
Oh, yeah. Here's the drop for it.
Yep, there it was. Did you miss it?
There it goes.
I'll
play it again.
Yeah, Tony played it with his left hand, so that's why you didn't hear anything.
Yeah, slightly off. I Pippened it.
Pippened it. I feel really like an ass, like knocking a guy who's a 6-time world champion. It's like,
we're not quite knocking him.
No. You're right. He's just being thrown in there.
Like by we, I was more me, was definitely knocking Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Which, again, would not do to her face.
No, exactly.
Again, because she'd just kill you without trying.
Not unless I had a little surprise bouquet of flowers behind my back.
Nice.
Flowers always makes it better for the ladies.
Oh, Jesus. Or you hit her with a surprise spin kick.
Yeah, for sure.
I somehow
inside the flowers is a crowbar.
Right, I was gonna say I don't think you could get a spin kick to her face before she could kill you.
Yeah, you see how unflexible I am?
Yeah.
Like, spin kick. She'd be like, why'd you kick me in the knee?
Dude, you go to spin kick her, she catches you with your leg like over her shoulder and just throws you in like a fisherman suplex.
Probably.
Or a perfect plex, because why not? Boom. And you can't kick out of that, because perfect.
That's why, Brian. My bouquet is a bunch of flowers wrapped around a crowbar.
Admit it, you're having a hard time not saying bukkake when you're saying bouquet.
Now I am.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
All right.
So anyway, how was your week?
Hit her in the face with that bouquet.
Smell this. I don't think that's a good. Guys, that's not a good tactic. Don't say smell this in Spider-Man or Seagull, however you want to look at it.
If you see 8 Japanese guys with bouquets, keep walking.
Those are guys who don't understand.
Yes, they don't get it.
They've got it. They're just throwing flowers on her.
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, it's one of those bouquet videos. Like, I think you need to learn how to spell.
Your spell check is not functioning properly.
Although, I mean, that's a whole new fetish, right? I guess
it is. It's actually pretty funny.
Guys just, some girl in the middle, and they're all just throwing flowers all over her, and somehow someone's getting off on that. I don't know. That's weird.
I'm sure there's one guy out there like, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that creep is in the flower section again. Get him out of there.
Oh, it's just horrible. Or like, as the flowers are kind of dying, they're throwing them in the trash, and he's just like, can't control himself. Just seeing flowers being thrown, he's like, oh man. At a funeral, someone throws a couple roses down on the casket, and he's got to leave all of a sudden. Oh, it's just terrible.
It's like, wow, is he going to the bathroom again?
Yeah.
Hell.
Like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. I got this fever.
Yeah.
Anyone else feeling flushed?
Reginald, I can see your trousers tenting.
Reginald. Also, nicely played with trousers.
Thank you.
I'm always a man who appreciates when old-timey language is used. So, we always accept breeches and/or trousers as
trousers, slacks.
Slacks. Oh, that's a nice one too. Yeah.
Slacks are good.
Every once in a while, I'll see an ad for a store like lately. You'll see like a Sears one or something like that, and it'll say men's slacks, and I'm like, really? Like, they should just call them pants.
Well, they're they know their demo, especially Sears.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the old guy who needs a pair of slacks,
that's true,
suspenders, and like an insulated flannel.
Right. You're like, now I need one that's long in the crotch because I pull them all the way up to my tits.
Yeah, you gotta cover up my nipples.
Yeah.
And do you have any hats with a Winchester logo and a goose on it?
Nice. Sir, your pockets are out of those pants. No, that's my armpit hair. Ooh.
And horrifying.
Yeah, very. Oh, man. Ooh. All right, I'm better now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what were you saying, Brian, before we went down this road?
I don't know. I think I was asking you how your week was, because I've already pretty much summed up mine.
Oh, it was pretty uneventful.
Awesome.
I mean, like, nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Work. Fixed the wife's car just so I could fix it. Well, that's the thing.
I was going to ask you about that.
Everything around me is falling apart.
Wait a minute. We've switched roles.
Like, I fixed my wife's car, and it worked till yesterday. And now now the sensor and it's gone.
Awesome.
Right?
So now it just cusses like crazy. Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Son of a bitch.
I love it.
So I got that to look forward to tomorrow. The heating element in our oven went out.
Hey, you don't need that, though. Just use the toaster oven for everything.
She never bakes or anything.
Right.
You don't need it.
No. Well, cheesecakes come out of the toaster oven. So, wait, no, you use the other oven for the pie crust, don't you?
The cheesecakes do come out of the toaster oven.
Yeah, I know. But the crust is done in the oven, though, isn't it?
Jeebus.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was spooky ghost noises.
Right.
But so I got to fix that now, which is actually a pretty easy fix. I just got to get the part. Oh, look at this. I called a local appliance parts store, which I've done business with before. I'm like, hey, I know these guys will get the part I need.
Right.
Eh? Call them up. I'm like, hey, here's what I need. Here's my oven, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, yeah, no problem. We got one in stock. That'll be $68.99. I'm like, wow, that seems overly priced.
Yeah.
That was generally the price throughout town because I called a couple other places.
Wow.
Checked Amazon. Yeah, I can get it for $15.
Right, and 2-day because of Prime, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I mean, I usually am a local business guy, but go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, it's like I always told people. It's like, be loyal to local when you can, but you have to be loyal to your wallet first. Like you can't. I mean, that's such a difference. If it was $5, who cares? Just get it local.
$5, whatever. It would have been convenient for me to get it that day.
But we're talking almost $40 or $50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too significant.
AC/DC put it best. Money talks, BS walks.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say Thunderstruck, but
oh well, that's true. Or Hell's Bells,
or any of their songs. Yeah,
right. She's got the jack.
I've heard.
And now I also have my printer, which stopped functioning.
Awesome.
I need to look at that. So
I can tell you how to fix that. It's in a documentary called Office Space. They show you how to fix a printer in that video.
Go on.
It's just a bunch of stomping and hitting it with a bat.
Believe me, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember what song plays now. Dang it.
It's like, die, motherfucker, die.
Yeah, that's what it
die.
is. Right. Actually, that might be the name of the song. Anyway.
But, yeah, so that's been my week, fixing shit and working.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry, that's me.
Whoa. Spooky, scary. Although I did notice something today when I was out doing my work thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Brian? When I was talking about the weird highway signs that are like, hey, it's August. Ohio has over 1,000 deaths. Settle down, Ohioans.
Right.
Well, they've changed their signs. It's no longer like everyone's dying everywhere. Now
right.
It's like your tweet can take a back seat, and other inspirational messages of like, don't road rage in your car, or this isn't a race. It's like,
see, that makes me road rage though. It's not really road rage, but it makes me like deli angry or deli rage. I mean,
it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I like the inspirational type messages better than the bloody asphalt messages.
Right.
But still.
Yeah. I don't like road signs telling me what to do though.
That's true.
It just makes me angry. I don't know, whatever.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I'm not sure that those are better. Those certainly seem more. Those seem like they would not anger you, but you know what I mean. Like they just seem more like a slap across the face. The other ones are, well, I guess they are. I don't know. Whatever. It's all. I got
an idea. ODOT.
Poppycock.
Department
That's what I say to it. What?
How about instead of putting messages on your signs or grisly death statistics,
nude
you don't
pictures.
Put them up?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because when I'm on the highway with a truck 6 inches to my right and a concrete barrier 6 inches to my left, I don't want to read what the whole message is because I'm like, oh, what is this story you're telling me?
Right. Maybe I should be paying attention to the traffic and road.
Exactly. Maybe I should watch the road and not your stupid messages.
Those are my favorite, is like the signs that say distracted driving is blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, why are you giving me a sign that says that? Like, that's the same idea. It's like if I'm taking time to read your sign, that means I'm not paying attention. Like,
oh, what's that say?
Yeah. Be like the one episode of The Simpsons where Homer's just driving down the road and he just crushes on the brakes and he's like, new billboard day, and then he starts creeping along on the road so he can read all the new billboards, and all the traffic behind him is just like yep. It's one where Homer goes to clown school. That's what it is. He becomes a substitute or a crusty franchisee, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like good business.
Right? All right, so real quick, to go back to the printer scene from Office Space, the song is Die Motherfucker Die by Ghetto Boys.
The Ghetto Boys.
Yep, same group as Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangsta, which is an awesome song in that too.
It is.
So, yeah, because I remember
I celebrate their whole catalog.
That's fine. Yeah, I remember our friend Kelly couldn't listen to, like, she used to love listening to like that soundtrack, but you had to always be ready for when Die Motherfucker Die comes on because not really work appropriate. I guess
Depends on where you work.
Yeah, I disagree. I think it's always appropriate, but
Exactly. Nursing home? Yup.
Definitely. You rapscallion.
Indeed.
Man.
I also have one more thing, and this happened today too. And I don't know if you've had to deal with this, Brian.
Probably not.
But it's like a PSA to everybody that's listening, right?
Right.
If you see a gentleman such as myself or yourself who's enjoying the beard, the fruits of our face,
right,
and there's shit in it, make them aware.
No, yeah, absolutely, if possible.
Because I'm like, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning.
I suggest just going up and picking it out yourself, or with your mouth, pick it, just take it out of there.
That would be fine.
It's like giving the beard. It's like giving the beard a kiss.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I don't recommend that.
But it's like 9 something in the morning. I'm like, this guy's drank too much coffee. I better go take a leak. I go do my thing. I'm washing my hands. I look up in the mirror, and I had what was basically the equivalent of an omelet hanging off my face.
Right.
And I'm like, how did no one tell me this is in my face?
I have now taken to it. I don't have as robust of a beard as you. Mine is rather short because I trimmed it way back. I've taken to where when I'm done eating now, I take the my napkin and I rub it all across my face.
Oh, I believe me.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat, but
apparently
like
Velcro, you still had an omelet in there.
It was insane. Well, because we made these like egg muffins, which are delicious, and you just eat them when you're on driving.
Right.
And that's what I did this morning. I had an egg muffin while I was driving, and half of it was nestled like I should have birds in there.
Oh, that's funny. So you're saying that muffin bouqueted you?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
bouquet.
This episode is called Bouqueting, so I decided that that's better than Sex Dungeon pseudonym.
Although Sex Dungeon pseudonym, good name for a band.
It is. You're right. I'm thinking we may have to change Manjalele. No, that's just too good. That's just too good. That's immediate Hall of Fame induction name.
Immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, though, about the beard thing. There's I've seen guys, and I've pointed it out to them before.
It's like, I spent the morning, because I got to work a little early.
Yeah.
So I spent it talking to people. And I'm like, no one fucking said a word.
Right. Nobody.
What is wrong with these people?
They probably have an office pool like, hey, how long will Tony keep that shit in his beard before he catches it?
I don't know.
Or maybe they know how narcissistic you are and they assume you're always looking in the mirror. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, you do carry a compact around, so, I mean.
Like, you got something? Fuck yeah, I put it there.
Yeah.
Style.
Right. Haven't you heard of accessorizing?
Jeez.
Obviously.
Subscribe to Hipster Monthly.
God.
Yeah, I don't. It blew my mind. That's the first thing I looked in the mirror and I'm like, what the?
Right? You're like, yeah, I put it there because I'm heading to the food bank. I feed the less fortunate with my beard. They just nestle in and suckle from it.
Yes, for sure.
Like it's like my chin's bosoms.
I should probably buy one of those birds that just hangs out on a rhino's
good idea.
back.
Yeah.
Just to like cleanse me.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably a strong idea because, you just can't go around like that. That's just...
In fact, that's probably why pirates had parrots.
Yeah, probably. It's a good call. Yeah, to keep their beards clean and stuff.
It's all coming together.
Yeah. I guess, all you can do is if you've eaten, maybe if nothing else, use your phone to have a quick look,
Something.
Yeah. Yes. I guess maybe more selfies is the answer.
I have a selfie problem.
Okay.
It's not me. I don't have a problem.
Oh, okay.
I have a problem when I'm perusing Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've noticed this a lot more lately.
Okay.
There's been a plague of selfies.
Yeah.
That the people that take the selfies look like they're not taking selfies. Like, oh, I'm looking this way. Someone took a picture of me? Tee-hee.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Right?
Like, you're clearly taking that picture.
Are you
Stop looking away.
Are you making fun of my author's photo picture that I posted? I don't know if you saw it. I'm like turned sideways with I'm like holding my chin, like I did a black and white one. It's super artsy. It's great.
I don't know.
Clearly, if I write a book, that's the picture going up.
I have to go back and look, though.
All I need is to redo it, but have an ascot and a smoking jacket, and I'll be all set.
Just Photoshop that in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
But I just for some reason it bothers me because I'm like, you're taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Stop looking like someone else took it.
The ones I actually crack me up are when you know someone else took it because they're not unless they have one of those timer things for their phone. Because there are apps that you can do timers, and I think the phone itself you can just do it, right?
The iPhone's got it built in now.
Yeah,
those
they probably
Androids.
Yeah, they probably do. So there's that, I guess. But it is funny when people are like selfie, and I'm like, because it reminded me of but at the same time when I was in photography class, that when you had to do like a self-portrait, there's only you have to set the timer or you set the camera, you do all the settings. And then have someone else actually take the picture. And I'm like, but it's not really a self-portrait at that point. Right. Now you have those digital remotes for your, for the DSLRs and stuff. So it's not a big deal. You can hide it in your hand or something. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right, though. It's been showing up a lot.
I need to come up with some sort of stupid hashtag just to mock them and then start making my own.
Right. I agree. That is exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
Just because I want to see a series of selfies by you where you're doing the tee-hee and different stuff.
Yeah, the selfies that aren't supposed to be selfies, but are selfies.
Right. Like, oh, it looks like, oh, I caught myself, whatever kind of a thing. Like, just, oh, look, I have an omelet in my face.
Yeah, exactly. Breakfast special for one.
Oh, boy. Tuck into this beard.
Right?
What? Yeah.
What?
Just tuck the beard right into your shirt like it's a napkin and just, it's like it's its own feed bag.
It could be.
Yeah. Well, now we've come up with 2 new fetishes for porn sites. You're welcome, all those porn sites out there.
Yeah.
There's bouqueting, and now there's, tucking in where you tuck someone else's beard into your shirt and then just basically into it.
Like beard docking.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be careful. You can't cross the beards. I mean,
No. You don't want to cross the beards.
No, you don't want anyone getting injured or losing facial follicles, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, you got anything else?
That kind of summed up my week.
All right. Well, let's see. I've got all the things for us to talk about here. So.
I know. It's cray.
All the things. Oh, wait. No, I don't. Yep, I do. So, this first thing was brought to my attention, trying to think where. I can't remember. Someone showed this story to me or told me about this. I really feel like I should know who it was, and I can't remember. Anyway, it might have been Fluffy Bunny Ash. I want to say it was her. But anywho,
all right.
The headline on this is Manhattan GuyFi booth allows men to relieve stress. I'm going to read this. This is from the New York Daily News.
All right.
It says, they must be yanking our chain. A sex toy company trying to get a rise out of New Yorkers erected...
I get it. Like a boner.
A head-turning promotional ploy on Fifth Avenue. Hot Octopus unveiled what it called a GuyFi booth on 28th Street and Fifth Avenue, where men could, in theory, go to, quote, relieve stress mid-workday. The masturbation-themed marketing scheme was inspired by a Time Out survey, which concluded that 39% of the New York men questioned admitted to masturbating while at work. I hope they're all bus drivers. Or taxi drivers, whatever. It'd just be awesome.
Don't be daycare practitioners.
Oh, no. Boo.
Oh, boy.
Hot dog vendors.
Boy.
Hot dog vendors would be hilarious. Handling their wieners all day. The booth was created to take this habit out of the office and into a more suitable environment designed to give the busy Manhattan man the privacy and the high-speed internet connection he deserves, Octopus said in a press release. The booth was actually an out-of-service telephone kiosk outfitted with a black curtain, folding chair, and laptop computer, and a Hot Octopus ad along the side. Quote, at Hot Octopus, we are all about looking for new solutions to improve everyday life, and we feel we've done that, or we've done just that with the GuyFi booth, Adam Lewis, Hot Octopus co-founder, said in a statement. We hope the city's men enjoy using the space we've created in whatever way they want. A representative later told Mashable Friday that the brand is not actively encouraging people to masturbate in public, as that is an illegal offense. Like, the picture of this, too, it's an old phone booth with just, like, a curtain. It's just, this is not even...
All right, I'm looking.
Yeah. Like, when I first read this, I was like, this has got to be, like, an Onion article. You know, because it just feels, you know, like, you just immediately are like, this has got to be fake. You know, but it's not.
First off, just the name Hot Octopus, I can't get behind.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Second off, would you even go in there?
No.
I wouldn't want to touch anything in there.
Here's all the, well, not all, but some of the reasons why I wouldn't. What you just said. Second of all, it's just a curtain. There's not really, if anyone could just walk up and pull the curtain on you.
That's true.
I mean, and then it's a Wizard of Oz moment in the weirdest of ways, you know?
Go move the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I was almost there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I just Wizard of Oz all over myself.
I just bouqueted this booth. Yeah, and not to mention, like, the picture they show, like, this guy's in, like...
Seems dumb.
Yeah, he's in, like, a full leather coat with the knit hat and the gloves. Like, who wants to do this in the middle of fucking winter in New York?
I guess
Can you imagine?
Surprised.
Oh, jeez, I'm crow. Not to mention, I'm trying to figure out, because that booth, the phone booth, goes low, but it's like, I still got a feeling, like, if you're sitting in the chair, I have a feeling that if the wind blows just right, there's a good chance your buttocks are going to be on display as well.
Right.
This is just a terrible idea from top to bottom.
This is not a comfortable wank.
No. This is not...
Or whatever you're using the GuyFi for.
This is not getting the salty language seal of approval.
No, not at all.
For sure. But wow. Just wow. Like, I
mean, I could even see if it was more like a porta potty setup. You could lock the door. Maybe it's heated in there, so you don't have your cold
God.
air.
You'd have to chain that thing down so no one would tip that over. Because,
God.
Just,
DNA
oh
everywhere.
my God. It'd be like a lava flow, but just babies. So, gross.
Brought up a weird mental image. Just baby lava flow.
Yeah. Gross. Yeah. You know, I didn't even realize that the first picture they show here, the guy who's walking down the street actually has a look inside. I'm with you. Unless I'm wearing gloves, I'm not touching that thing.
Fuck no.
No chance. Although it would be kind of funny if you were in there just giving it a go, and you just keep pulling the curtain back once in a while and looking at people, especially if someone was standing anywhere there, just to fuck with them. Like, so they think you're staring at them as your motivation. Or you just reach back and take a picture of somebody.
Is there only one GuyFi booth?
I think so.
Well, that's silly.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, there's going to be homeless guys all up in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't remember if it's in the comments on this or somewhere else I read, and somebody was like, are people going to see other phone booths and just assume that those are okay to have a go in? And I was like, right. I would hope not, because there's no curtain, chair, and laptop. But, this is just a terrible idea.
Let's see here.
No bueno, folks. No bueno. What would be funny is if there was a food truck, like, pulled up on the other side of this thing.
So Hot Octopus is a sex toy company, huh?
Okay.
That's what they are.
Like, the things I didn't read in the what's available in the booth is any sort of lubricant, so you may have to bring your own. You probably want some way to clean yourself up and or wash your hands.
Right.
Not so much provided, I don't figure. At least maybe some hand sanitizer. I don't know. Don't use that as lube. That's a terrible idea from what I've read.
No.
It seems like a bad idea. So, yeah, there's that. One of the few times, stumble across a story that I was like, man, we got to talk about this because this is just weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm closing Hot Octopus's website.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Speaking of closing Hot Octopuses, octopi, if you will, whatever, I think we should take a break, and we're going to let you listen to the sultry sounds of our pal S. Anthony as he tells you about his podcast. So
probably Buttix's.
I hope so. If so, I'm going to need a GuyFi booth. But anyway, we'll be right back.
Are you looking to listen to the most incredible podcast that's ever existed, hosted by the most incredible human being that's ever existed? Well, that's too bad because, quite frankly, that's hyperbolic crap. Want to listen to a funny podcast by a guy who's been doing comedy his entire life, who tells funny stories, sometimes inspiring stories, sometimes commentary. And yes, he's a double genius. Not just a regular genius. A double genius, and yes, that's really a thing. Yes, it is. That guy's incredible. Are you really going to sit there and pretend like you're an announcer and you're not talking about yourself? Oh, I did not know you were going to be showing up. I thought I'd have this all recorded before you got here because you're kind of ruining it. Just tell him your show's funny and people like it. My show's funny and people like it. It's called the S. Anthony Says Podcast, starring me, S. Anthony Thomas, on Stitcher, TuneIn, and iTunes. Check it out.
Holy sweet Jesus, we're back.
Yep.
Sultry voices of salty language.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody, probably after listening to that promo probably had to, relieve some stress, if you will.
But he probably had a case of the vapors.
Oh, man.
In their pants.
Yeah, wait.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
The hell am I thinking? That's not sexy at all. Damn it. Take two.
Yeah, so everyone listening.
Not live, are we?
No, we're fine. Just remember that next time you have some gas, just tell somebody you have the vapors and just...
a case of the vapors.
And they're just like, oh, you're feeling feverish? And just be like, no, I'm just destroying my bridges.
Oof, that last one was feverish. Oof.
Like, I might be sweating a little, whew, but yeah, that's...
Last time I eat week-old steak. What?
Was it week-old cooked steak or was it week-old raw steak? Because
steak.
Oh, okay. It just doesn't matter. As long as it's called steak, you're all over it.
Steak.
Understand? Oh. Just it's in a can. It just says steak on it.
Oh, steak in a can. It's probably out there.
Hold
on.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't.
Googles.
It can't be worse than chicken in a can.
That was disgusting.
Yeah. Because I would assume if it's steak in a can, it's probably cooked. I can't imagine there's a can of sashimi or whatever it's called. Or just raw meat. Like, ooh, delicious. You just tuck it in your mouth like it's Big League Chew.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of, beef chunks and stuff like that. But then there's canned Swiss steak.
Delicious.
Stewed steak. Canned steak and kidney pie.
Nice. By the way, stewed steak, no relation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That doesn't mean I've, stuck my junk in it. Doesn't mean I didn't, but it, unless it has the official Tony Co. brand on it.
This stuff all looks
awful.
Amazingly disgusting.
Like cat food, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when you said that, I was like, well, there's cat food, and that's canned steak, so, I mean... Yeah. Delicious.
Yeah. Ugh.
Awesome. So there you go for your next family outing. Ugh.
Oh, no, I'll be fasting the rest of the weekend.
Be fasting, but it won't be by choice.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll just be purging all weekend.
And not like sweet murdering people purge.
No. It'll be the worst kind. Oof. All right, so let's move into what else we got here. So,
what? Oh, sorry.
Did you see there was a petition going around to try to get a cut of Deadpool released at PG-13?
First off, why? Second off, no, I didn't.
Exactly.
But why?
I know, right? No. Like, this movie needs to be R. There's just some characters that just need to be Deadpool's not really a character for kids. If you read the book, it hasn't been really ever aimed at kids. The only reason people like identify with it as like a kids thing is because the humor is juvenile in it. But you know, like they're talking that there were like scenes cut for it to you know, since it's an R movie, and the scenes that were cut were basically like over the line, like that might have pushed the rating higher.
So I can't wait for the uncut.
Oh, I know. I hope so, because and all the stuff I'm reading from industry insiders who've gotten to see the movie now, because it's been shown to like comic book artists and different stuff, is the reactions have been awesome to it.
Oh, nice.
That it's really funny. It's, you know, good action. Blah blah blah. Now there was one reaction that I don't think necessarily gives the emotions that I think they meant to for a lot of people, and that was from the ever popular Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead. Right. He tweeted, "Saw Deadpool tonight. This movie cannot be overhyped. It's flawless. Pure Rob Liefeld on screen. Tim Miller shows us how it's done." I actually had responded to him with a tweet that said, "So it's offensive to the eyes?" And then I started reading other comments and realized I was nowhere near alone in my thought process. That many people were like, so it's got tits, so it's got, you know, like this kind of stuff, because he said the words Rob Liefeld.
Right.
And, but, you know, I know what he's getting after here. But I was still like, don't, you know, like, can we just not attach Rob Liefeld to this? Can we admit that even though he may have had an initial hand in stealing the concept of Deathstroke and whatever, he didn't write the character.
Right.
And that character didn't really get super popular until Joe Kelly wrote the character, and Joe Madureira was drawing it. Rob Liefeld was nowhere to be. Actually, around that time was just before he was drawing tits on Captain America. Like, in fairness. So
sweet, delicious
big
Captain America titties.
Them freedom memories.
Ugh. Just bald eagles perched on them.
And like you go into Motorboat and it's like America.
Exactly.
That's some patriotic motorboating right there.
Boy, is it.
Anyway, but whatever. That's enough of my ranting about him again. But there's a what do you call it here? They said, where is it? Ryan Reynolds actually responded to the petition, and his quote was, "I don't think so. I mean, you saw it. That would be a very short movie. It's almost a commercial at that point if it were to be released as a PG-13 movie."
That's hilarious.
Right. I understand, because what's going to happen is it's going to look witty, and people are going to go, "Oh, it looks funny," and they're going to think, "I want to take my kids to this." But that's not the character. And I'm glad that they're not.
Sue, it's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Let's take little Timmy to it. These Marvel movies are great.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Reginald.
Yeah.
And they go and get highly offended.
Reginald. Yeah. And that's what I think. You're going to have people that are going to do that, though, I think. You know, and it's like...
Oh, yeah. Well, just because we were video store jockeys, we saw this stuff
all the time. Yep. And I just, like I said, you know, what I expect from the movie is juvenile humor, lots of violence, and if I get both of those, I'm pretty happy. Like, that's what I'm looking for.
Up my alley.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want from a I gotta quit saying that. Deadpool movie. Keep saying Daredevil. I was reading something earlier about, they were saying in Daredevil Season 2 that they're gonna top the hallway fight from Season 1, and I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. But, you know, whatever. So, yeah.
They'll just have the same fight, but just with the Punisher. Just icing people.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. All right, I'm back in.
All right, see?
It's gonna be like,
back in.
Yeah, you're going to bring in some of that, like, Matrix / Max Payne, like, bullet time shit, and he's just going to be flipping all around and firing guns. Well, I guess Deadpool's already kind of showing that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really see the Punisher doing bullet time type stuff. I just see him, you know,
not.
Just whacking guys.
Yeah, do you know what? Without
human shields, explosives, grenades.
Without the dancing, it'll be like that episode of Rick and Morty where Rick and I can't remember that girl's name, they're in those suits and they're just icing that whole group of aliens.
Yeah, it was the Purge Planet.
Yeah, the Purge Planet. You're right. I couldn't remember. Yeah. So, man, we're tying it all together tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Although it would be cool to see him dance. What song was that they danced to? Do you remember? I cannot remember it. Bugs the hell out of me. It's a good song, though. Anyway. So there's that. Let's see. What else do we got here? This was brought to our attention earlier today, I believe from, that was our pal over at the Danger Entertainment Network, wasn't it? Michael Leal that brought it up. That DC Comics is rumored to be relaunching again.
You know what? I saw the Twitter things pop on my screen, but I was doing my Fistfuck Friday stuff, so I never looked at it.
Nice. Yeah.
So this is all a surprise to this guy.
Yeah. It's saying that basically DC is going to do two things. Is that they're not rebooting the universe as far as the storylines or the universe itself. They're not doing that. But all their books are going to go back to issue ones. And that they're going to focus on characters that are part of TV or movie properties. Suicide Squad, Arrow, Flash, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman.
Supergirl?
Supergirl, I would assume.
Are they still acknowledging that?
I don't know. That's a good question. The characters maybe from World of Tomorrow or whatever it's called.
Right.
Or not World of Tomorrow. What the hell is that? Is that? I can't remember. The new one that just launched, with Hawkman and Hawkgirl and that's on CW. I can't remember.
Hawk Kid.
Yeah. Legends of
Hawk
Tomorrow.
Dog.
Legends of Tomorrow. That's what it is.
It totally needs to be a Hawk Dog.
Yeah, I agree. There does need to be well, again, if they let us run roughshod through these universes, Hawk Dog will happen.
Hawk Dog.
Hawk Dog.
Fucking sick.
That'd be the greatest thing ever. He'll be right up there with Beppo and Streaky, and Crypto.
Yeah, exactly. Hawk Dog.
I can't believe I just fucking named 3 damn animals from the DC universe.
It's pretty impressive.
It's not. It's... Yeah. So, we had a little talk on the Twitters earlier about it, because usually when these companies relaunch or launch number ones, they're doing it for two reasons. One, they think it'll bring in new readers, which, I don't know, in our years at the comic book shop, I'm not sure that I ever saw proof that it works. I don't remember...
Usually it would be like the diehard comic guys be like, I need to buy every issue.
Right, and that's the second fold on this, is that collectors will speculate because number ones always sell. You'll see people buying 2 and 3 issues of various books. And, but I just got to, we were talking, and I think VF kind of mentioned this, and I've mentioned it before too, and I think we're on the same page. I don't want to talk for him, but, it's like, whenever you do a reboot, that's a jumping off point as much as it's a jumping on point. If I'm already reading your book, and you just, as DC, just relaunched all these, and Marvel did it too with a few of their books, before Secret Wars, like Howard the Duck. They only did 5 or whatever, 6 issues, and then boom, they did that, and then they relaunched it with a new number 1. It's like, those are the kind of books and stuff, or if you've been reading, like VF pointed out, he's been buying Green Lantern, but he hasn't necessarily been reading it. He's starting to catch up on it. That's a jumping off point for him, because if he's not in love with the book, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah, why bother?
I've got my run. As a collector, I have the run that I currently want to read. I'm done. Yeah. I don't think this does what the comic book companies thinks it does. I think where they succeed is number 1 issues sell, because every time there's a number 1, it sells. Kind of a thing from these companies, and I don't know. I get it, because they want to try to refocus the company toward their properties that, like Marvel's done a little bit, but now Marvel's expanded it out to where they've got a bunch of properties that are not in the movies. Most of the characters in the movies do not reflect the characters in the comics. Like Captain America, the next movie, it's not going to be Sam Wilson as Captain America.
This is true.
It's Steve Rogers. So, which we'll get to that in a minute. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine that comic shops are overly happy with this, and I can't imagine that customers are either.
I've kind of fallen out of the loop of reading books, but I find it pretty annoying, right? For my, sitting on the sidelines. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Why would you do this again?
Yeah. And
it's just have a giant crossover event to reset your universe.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like if they hadn't just had that, I'd be like, who cares? Whatever. Yeah. I just don't like I just hate the idea of, let's just reboot the thing. Let's, because people are, they're too intimidated by, this is issue 50 or whatever. I've missed all this. And it's like, no. That's why what you do is you start a new arc, and on the cover of the book, like you've seen in the past, we've both seen, you put new storyline or great jumping on point. Right. That kind of thing. So people know it. And if you're a comic shop, you read those books and you tell people, hey, they started a whole new deal. It's a great place to jump onto the book.
Yeah, Detective Comics just started Batman: The Search for Spock.
Right.
It's a 10-issue series.
Yeah. I don't know. It just bugs me. There's so much in the comic book world that is flawed like that
right.
That I don't know how to fix it. I don't know that anybody really knows. But they must profit from this because they keep using this technique, And like I said, I think it's more that they just sell a bunch of number ones.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm kind of leaning towards.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is that DC, remember a few months ago when we were like, hey, they're like $3 million under their proposed, or $1 million, whatever it was, under their proposed budget.
Right.
Or not budget, profit, I mean. So it's a good way to up some profits. You'll sell a bunch of books.
I got an idea. What's that, Tim DC?
Tim DC.
We reboot the universe again.
It's
you're right.
I love it.
It's exactly how the board meeting goes. Yeah, it's a great idea.
Right? It's like, do you guys feel like these board meetings are the same? Every time? Yeah, I know. That's always his idea, is reboot everything. I know.
Jesus, we need to reboot the board meetings.
Fucking reboot him. Yeah, so... And, I think they're probably trying to do this because Marvel is having decent success with their relaunch. But part of that is also because Marvel's characters, they're changing things. Marvel they're not just throwing number ones at you. Aside from a couple of the books I mentioned, a lot of their number ones are a whole new storyline.
Right.
I don't know. It's just so weird.
I mean, Marvel's success, too, might have something to do with, I don't know, their movies seem to, hit home runs consistently.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and Marvel is making a really concerned effort to put diversity into their books without... Some of it's beating you over the head, but some of it isn't. Some of it's just who cares, and some of it I just didn't do anything for me. I don't like this. I didn't like the first arc of Sam Wilson as Captain America. The current one, I dig. And I think, I don't remember if it's the same writer or not. But, so it's you just need a different writer. It's fine. But some of the stuff DC, when they put out that round of books that people were really into, remember when they canceled, 12 or 13 books? People were like, really? These are some of the better books you have out. But they're not going to cancel Bat titles because no matter what it is, if it says Batman, it sells like crazy.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And don't get me wrong, most of the Bat books are pretty good, but still, meh, whatever. All right, so let's move on here.
All right.
The next one, did you, or do you have the links I sent you handy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got them right in my grubby paws.
Fancy. Can you click on the Captain America one?
Sure.
I want to talk about that real quick. Speaking of reboots, not really a reboot, but it was announced that Steve Rogers is going to be returning as Captain America with a new costume and shield in a new series. Now, his return is not going to push Sam Wilson out as Captain America.
Okay.
So I guess they're both going to be Captain America. They're just going to fight two different kinds of battles, I guess.
Well, real quick. Last I checked in the Marvel Universe,
yeah,
Captain America was a doddering old man.
Yes, and there's going to be an Avengers event. Where's it at? It's called Avengers Standoff, which will be a crossover event between the Avengers titles. And he's going to get his youthful exuberance back. Apparently.
Viagra.
Yeah, and they're going to give him a new costume and this new shield.
Oddly, his shield's triangular-ish in blue, like Viagra. It all makes sense.
Nice. Now, I'm a big fan of the guy writing this series because it's Nick Spencer, who we know and love from Spider-Man, Spectacular Foes of Spider-Man, or whatever it was called? Right. And Ant-Man, which is an awesome book. And anyway, so this is going to happen. Cap's going to get, or Captain America is also going to be Steve Rogers again, as he's going to be, all back to the way he was, I guess. I don't know. And so this triangular shield, they're like, oh, it's kind of a throwback to his original shield. And I was like, I kind of just wish they would have given him the original shield. I really don't like the shield.
Yeah,
But do you see the little
iconic shield?
You see the little glowy edge at the bottom? Apparently it's supposed to be a technological something rather. And I'm like, didn't we go down this road already?
Oh, God. They already did this dumb energy shield.
Yeah. And I was like, remember he had that, Iron Man-ish armor, helmet and stuff, and it was just a terrible idea.
Why would they? He's from the past. He doesn't understand his Wi-Fi shield.
Right. If you want to give a Wi-Fi shield, give that one to Sam Wilson, who would probably embrace the technology more because, he's not from, 1920. So, yeah, I just really... I don't mind the costume. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ultimates one, and it's, although it does kind of have a Denver Broncos thing to it, but whatever.
So, Can we go Ghostbusters here and have the Sam Wilson issues be called Captain America, and then the Steve Rogers ones be the real Captain America?
Well, it's going to be called Steve Rogers Captain America, and the other one's going to be Sam Wilson Captain America.
What about Captain America 2 TOO?
Yeah, that would be awesome. No.
I really wish they'd use our...
Yeah, I know. They should. Well, there we go. Another book for us to write. Captain America 2. Eek. Yeah. It's funny because I kind of feel like you're potentially undercutting Sam Wilson's Captain America by bringing Steve Rogers back. And that was kind of a diversity move, and now it's almost like, oh, yeah, we got to bring the white Captain America back.
Right.
That's kind of how it feels. They could have, Nick Fury is dead in Marvel Universe. Well, no, actually, I can't remember. Maybe, no, you know what? He's not. I forgot there was a whole mess of a thing. But
that's weird.
They really could have had Steve Rogers get his whatever back and just become, the new head of, that kind of a situation.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad. Steve Rogers, CEO of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought they were going to do permanently. When they, in the books, when they had essentially killed off Fury. And then I was like, oh, this makes sense. You have Captain America just slides right in and fills that role.
Although, to be fair, I don't think Steve Rogers could lead S.H.I.E.L.D. because he's too much of a Boy Scout.
Yeah,
you got to be a dirty, underhanded son of a bitch to be head of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You're right. That's why I'm the new head of S.H.I.E.L.D. No.
But you heard it here first, guys. Bryan's the head of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I guess this is going to start off with a free comic book day book, and then it's going to launch into... Oh, I can't remember what they called it. They announced earlier today what it's Back from the Dead or something like that. I don't remember. But I'm really curious to see how this ends up reading because, like I said, it's the same writer writing both. Nick Spencer writes the other Captain America also. So I'm very curious to see because, a lot of people, with Thor, it's a female still.
Right.
And everybody calls her Lady Thor, which is unnecessary, but because right now that's who Thor is.
Our reference, Thorgina.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, God. What can I say? When you're right, you're right. No, I don't know.
I got the sick montage in my head, right?
Okay.
Of Captain or Steve Rogers in his new get-up kicking ass.
Yeah.
All to Aerosmith's Back in the Saddle.
I'm okay with this.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, man. So apparently Captain America, kind of went black and kind of going back. So what are you going to do?
Stereotypes are not true, apparently.
I know. I don't know. This one I'm actually, I'm okay with the idea, but I'm just like, I hope that this doesn't diminish the other thing. And it's kind of, because they're saying he's going to basically fight like a resurrection of Hydra, whereas Sam Wilson's going to deal with the normal Captain America stuff.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, all right.
Ribbon cutting events.
Yeah, kissing babies.
Dealerships.
Yeah, giving people the old Rogering. Wait, nope, not allowed to do that one anymore.
Not allowed to do that.
Steve Rogers is back to give people the Rogering now. He takes his slacks off and gives you a vigorous Rogering.
Now, what if?
No, they don't do those books anymore.
You should. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the only way that Steve Rogers could get his Captain America's groove on.
Yeah.
It's like how Steve Rogers got his groove back.
That's what they should call this. And again, if we were writing the book, that's what it would be called for sure.
He has sex with a Jamaican man.
That's how everyone gets their groove back.
No, what if the only way he could get all his like Captain America juice back is if he joined Hydra?
Yeah, that would be an interesting. Well, Hydra kind of, sort of, as it stands, like the last book I've read or whatever, is kind of owned by a guy who's a good guy now. But oh no, that's AIM. I'm sorry, not Hydra. Hydra's pretty much blowed up, but clearly they'll be bringing it back. Do you remember when we were in high school? I don't have it anymore. I started writing for one of my classes. We were supposed to take something that we story that we liked and write like something that we wanted to do, and I wanted to do a story where Cap starts kind of losing his powers and he has to keep getting injections of the super soldier serum, but he kind of more of like becomes addicted to it. Like it does more bad than good to him. And he kind of like basically gets roid rage, but he's Captain America kind of a deal, And I just remember writing it, and the teacher was just like, this could never happen because he's Captain America. And now I'm looking at the world going, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that story could fly.
Oh, for sure.
Why not? If you could be like Wolverine was brainwashed or whatever. It was like taken over by what was it? The Foot Clan or whatever it is. I don't know. The Hand, not the Foot Clan.
He was killing Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
that would be terrifying for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was messing around. I know it's the Hand, but he was under like their control.
I hit him with my katana, and then he like decapitated Donatello and ran off.
Yeah,
rage.
Right. Like, I was just messing around. I thought we were just sparring. He peeled my shell off. You just see like over in the corner, there's like a shadow, and then you just see a match strike in a cigar light.
Exactly.
Like, oh shit. Run! Oh, man. Good times. Good times.
Patch, the new head of the Foot Clan.
That'd be awesome, right? Like they're all talking. He's talking to Shredder, and Shredder's like, meh, I'm whatever in his Uncle Phil voice, and then Wolverine just comes in and is just like, yeah, you're done, and just guts him.
Well, they have to have an epic hand claw fight.
Well, of course, of course. Yeah. And now we're talking Super Shredder, right? Because I want Kevin Nash, but I want Uncle Phil's voice from the cartoon, so.
Yes.
We can do this, right? I mean, we can't record it now because Uncle Phil's dead, but,
Right.
Yeah.
And Kevin Nash, being a wrestler, is probably almost dead.
Yeah, he'll probably blow his quad out in the, performance, but that's all right. Although after seeing him in whatever that Thor movie we watched, I can never remember the title of.
Oh.
Where he was Odin.
Thor Almighty or something like that.
Yeah, it was awful. That's what it was.
Yes, it was.
Oh, man, I think I closed one of the things I wanted to talk about. Real quick, switching gears here. Do you see they announced that they're moving Episode 8 of Star Wars back from, like, June to December of 2017?
I did not see that.
Yeah, I kind of just assumed that was going to be the release schedule. Like, they're just going to dump them at Christmas. Makes sense. Yeah, when I saw the summer one, I was, release day, I was like, oh, okay, and then it got pushed back.
Did they say why?
No, I read a rumor on, I think it was on comicbook.com, that there's thinking that they've been doing some script rewrites because they didn't anticipate some characters being as popular as they were, so they're tweaking the script. Maybe. But they certainly didn't anticipate it in the toys, because there were very few Rey toys, and you couldn't find them, because, they're the short pack. Like they always have been. The girl figure is always, like one per case or whatever. And, and then on top of that, you got kids and people who want those, and then you're going to have people buying them to sell them on eBay, because they'll sell on eBay at, when they're one per case. So, they've even admitted, which actually leads into my other Star Wars related story. Because
perfect.
I was kind of curious, and me and Fluffy Bunny Ash were talking about this the one night. Like, we were just curious how much Star Wars merchandise brings in. Because we knew it was some ungodly number. Well, comicbook.com actually has... What? Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me guess.
Okay, now this number I have in front of me is for toys. It's not
Just
for
toys.
everything, just toys.
Just toys. I'm going to say Star Wars brings in $1 billion.
Nope, you're high, but not that high, I guess. But it's $700 million.
That wasn't that far off.
Yeah, it says that's good enough for the top brand in toys, beating out Jurassic World, Avengers, and Minions combined.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a lot of Avengers and Jurassic World stuff, and Minions, did really well, I'm sure, too. You want to take a guess at what toy sales in general in the U.S. were this year?
1.75 billion.
You sure you want to aim that low? Star Wars alone was $700 million.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah. It's
5 billion.
No. You're still way low. 19.4 billion.
In toy sales.
Just toys. Yep. That's
no
up.
wonder the world hates our faces.
Yeah, that is up 6.7% over 2014, which I'm sure Star Wars' new product had a lot to do with that.
Is this because of Hot Octopus and her sex toys?
I think so. Yeah, sex toys count in there, right?
I would think so, right?
Awesome. No. Man, this $700 million, though, just for the toy part of Star Wars. That doesn't count the shirts and all the other random stuff that they come out with.
You mean everything?
Yeah. I looked to see if I could find a number for just the amount of the Star Wars property, like the merchandise brings in, but I can't find one. But
sure it's got to be ridiculous.
Well, it has to be. I mean, the toys alone are $700 million, and that's just a part of it. Because, like you said, everything had Star Wars on it, and even before, it's always there's always been tons of Star Wars stuff.
Yes.
So that's a pretty disgusting number there.
It is a exceedingly disgusting number.
Right. And one last kind of update thing is they've announced that in the next waves of toys and such, there's going to be a lot more Rey products. So they're going to try to meet demand a little bit, which is good. Kind of like, what was it, Monopoly or whatever, another one of those things where there's no Rey in the Monopoly, and then they were like, well, we're going to fix that problem. And I was like, yeah, you should, because she's the star of the movie. Like, how did you miss on this one? Like, it doesn't make any sense. If everybody loved Poe Dameron, kind of a thing, and you didn't make much of him, I could see it. You're like, he's in the movie for like 10 minutes, like it's not, like we didn't think he'd be that popular. Like Boba Fett. If they missed on Boba Fett originally, you'd be like, well, it makes sense. He's in the movie for like a blink of an eye.
Yeah, he's there for 2 seconds.
Yeah. And, okay, but it's like, then when, the prequels came out, they sure as hell didn't miss on Darth Maul. They were like, here's all the Darth Maul.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's as our friend Macho Man says, mind-boggling.
Oh, shit, my soundboard's off.
Oh, jeez. Useless. Because it's mind-boggling.
Because it's mind-boggling to you, yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I agree. All right. That is all the things I've got. It's all the stories, bro. Huh.
All the stars, brah.
Right. All right.
We say we got to be getting about that time anyway.
Yeah, it is.
But imagine it's getting about that time.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? I might have. Do you have a Q of the W for the week yet?
I do.
Okay, never mind then. Because I was saying I might have one if you don't. I have an article that, maybe we'll do it for next week. I have an article that kind of can lead, I think, to a Q of the W. Anyway. So, last week's Q of the W was, I don't remember how you worded it. Do you?
On Facebook and Twitter, I just put, what 5 movies would you be stuck with for the rest of your life?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I got 3 answers off of the face page.
Okay.
I got our pal Matt from Passersby Pod. His movies would be Point Break, the Keanu version, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
all right,
A New Hope, Point Break, the Swayze version, and Point Break, the Busey version. I think he likes Point Break.
I got a feeling that he likes Point Break. Yeah.
Yes. And then we got Jared from Ridiculous Ramblings, also known as FRJ, who's in an old episode that I was combing through to put together a best of.
Yeah.
We were giving him some shit, and he was on his double secret probation at the time, which made me laugh.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. I remember we used to put him on probation occasionally because, he was a young whippersnapper. He had to learn a lesson. So
this is 3 years ago. Was the one I was listening to.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
But his movies were Clerks, Dogma, Labyrinth, Step Brothers, and The Breakfast Club.
I'm
all fine choices.
I'm down with that list. Yeah.
And the last one is Heno, our pal Heno, composer of the intro song.
Right.
He has Remember the Titans, Tombstone, The Godfather, Tommy Boy, and New Jack City.
It's a pretty strong list.
Because we need some New Jack cops in this New Jack City.
I agree. I gotta admit, New Jack City kind of that's the leg sweeper. It
is. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, so I've got a couple of emails here. And as soon as I pull them up, geez, where'd they go? Fluffy Bunny Ash says that Ghostbusters, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, because I've seen them all a million times already, I've never got the least bit tired of any of them. Her 4th movie is Muppets Christmas Carol, because I need both a Muppet and a Christmas movie to live happily, which, I can endorse. I love that one, too.
I agree.
And her 5th would be Disney animated The Little Mermaid, because that's her Disney jam. So
that seems to be a lot of people's Disney jam.
It's not mine.
I've noticed.
Mine's Lion King. But, yeah. Let's see. Where's the other one? And from our pal, Cheeto Bandito. I almost read his alter ego. Put my list of 5 movies to have to watch for the rest of my life in no particular order, although they're numbered. I just like giving people shit. Evil Dead 2. Fair. Ghostbusters, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Airplane. P.S. I am hoping these are all on Blu-ray, and I'm watching on a full 1080 65-inch Ultra HD TV.
Well, yeah.
No, you're watching them on like one of those portable DVD players.
Yeah. If you're Game Gear.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. They're those, whatever the, what was it, the Sony, the PS... God, what was that thing called? The Vita? Or not the Vita, the first one. The PSP. That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah. They had those, whatever those UCDs or something like that. I forgot what they were called, but it was something like that.
Those little shite fucking things.
They got discounted and gone from stores really fast.
Yeah, indeed.
Nobody, that format did not catch on.
No, not at all.
I had one of them. I have no movies. I remember some stores around here at one point. I could have bought a bunch of movies for probably $2 a piece, and I was like, I don't really want movies for that.
Why would I want this, guys?
Yep. So, all right, there you go. There's our Q the W recap.
Mm-hmm. So, Brian.
Yep.
The Q to W for this week, I think, is a fun one.
No, I don't like it. Right?
It's actually kind of a two-parter, too.
A twofer? All right.
It's a twofer. It's, if you were a Transformer.
Okay.
Would you be, 1, an Autobot or Decepticon? And what vehicle would you be?
Oh, man, that's tough. See, you almost, because I think it kind of depends on which one you pick, too.
And I'm not even basing it off of past Transformers.
Okay.
You can pick whatever.
Oh, okay. So I can be like, so if I wanted to be like a wallet, I could be a wallet.
Yeah, that would be fine.
My name is Bill Fold. I'm the worst.
I'm running for your city council, Bill Fold.
And I'm a what were those called? Do you remember they had there were ones that were like the double agents? Do you remember those? Like I
remember them, but I don't remember what the hell they're called.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, I was just trying to come up with that because I think it'd be hilarious. Well, I got to be an Autobot, and there's just one reason. I mean, although it'd be funny, because I can't be a Decepticon because Devastator's already taken. So
that's fair enough.
No, I want to be an Autobot because I want to be a Dinobot. I don't know what the hell my name would be at this point, but probably Briceratops or something. But
it's perfect.
I got nothing for a name. I just want to be a Dinobot because dinosaurs are cool. So
dinosaurs are cool,
right? Plus, then I can talk weird like Grimlock, right?
If you wanted to.
Nice, I'm in. All right, so there's my answer. What do you got?
All right, so I too would be an Autobot, right? Because I want to have a human companion.
Right.
Yeah. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some like nerdy kid and just totally be his badass car wingman.
Oh, okay. I didn't like where that was going for a minute. It was going down a dark path, and then you saved it. So all right.
Yeah. Because the car, right? It's got the Ford Raptors, their F-150 truck.
Yep.
Right. Well, there's a company that'll take a Raptor and drop like a big fat engine in it, and then it's a Velociraptor.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So it's fast as fuck and go anywhere.
Nice. I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take this human companion just everywhere and just get him laid.
Okay, that's fair.
Playing cool music out of the speakers, shooting off missiles if I have to.
Obviously, right?
Fighting
Decepticons when needed.
Exactly.
I mean,
got to help out this kid though.
I like it.
It's like when Marty McFly gets back from the future and he's got that sick truck in his garage.
Yeah.
That, but an Autobot.
Right, I get you. So do you have a name for this, or?
Not at all. I didn't think of a name.
Damn it. I was wanting a name, but I was hoping for something that,
I can't beat Briceratops.
No, you can't.
I can't beat that.
It's really awful, but it seems like it would work. Like, I can picture the packaging now.
I'll take my...
It's just got my head. Everything else is the same, though, but it's got my head, which is the fucking horn, and the big plate behind.
I'm going to just blatantly steal from Quentin Tarantino. I'll be Pussy Wagon.
Yeah, that seems like... I mean,
I don't know.
That's kind of what you're going for, There
you go. That was a pretty sweet truck, too.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Like, I just want to be a cool dinosaur, and you're like, I just want to help some dude get laid. I was half expecting
sweet truck.
Yeah, I was half expecting you to say, "Oh, the human companion," and just be like, because wanting someone in you or something, and I was like, this isn't going where I think it's going at all. I don't.
Well, because Decepticons are cool and all, but they don't play nice with humans.
Yeah, well, my problem, really, the reason I didn't choose a Decepticon, well, first of all, I want to be a Dinobot. And the Dinobots are I believe they're all Autobots. I don't think they're Dinobots that are Decepticons.
Yeah, because they have, bugs and shit.
Yeah.
Not as cool.
Insecticons, right.
There you go.
Now, that was from when we were kids. Now, in the various generations since, I have no idea. Maybe they do.
Oh, you mean those bullshit generations?
Yeah. With Beast Wars, you could have went a different way. You could have been a gorilla, although Optimus Prime's a gorilla. You could have been a werewolf.
Sick.
Nice.
You didn't think about that.
I know, right? But the reason I chose Autobot is because the Decepticons, I don't know. They're just too whiny.
Too much infighting.
Yeah. It's just they're just drama queens. I don't want any part of that.
Way too much stress.
Yeah, I just want to go around being a cool dinosaur. I don't need that shit. What do you have to? Triceratops things? See, it's just that easy.
It is, I agree.
If I'm a Decepticon, I'm like, oh, well, I have to fight with Starscream for a while, and then Megatron's going to whine about whatever for a while. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to hang over here with Optimus Prime, and, we're going to protect the Energon cubes and whatever. I got nothing else. Uh-oh. I think we'll... Are you still there, Tony? Oh, no. We'll be right back. Okay, well, we're back. Nothing like Skype dropping the call right before you finish the show.
God damn it, Skype. It's like it's a conspiracy against excellent podcasting.
I know, right? Yeah. We were pretty much done anyway, so I guess we just go into the final stuff here. Hit up saltylanguage.com, and like Tony said, check out the Undercover Boss Kylo Ren video, because that's pretty funny. Oh, well, it'll be in the archives now. Or no, not the archives. The video section.
The videos link.
Yeah. If you shop on Amazon, swing by saltylanguage.com first, click the Amazon banner, and then shop away, and they throw us a little something. If you'd like to help us out by being a Patreon subscriber, there's a link on the website for that also. You can do, like $1 a month or $1 million a month, if you hit that Powerball, that'd be awesome.
Nice.
And, you can reach us on Twitter at salty_language. You can reach me at Stunami.
You can reach me at Monotony.
And also, if you use Facebook, please go over to facebook.com/saltylanguage and give us a like. You can answer the Q of the W over there. Or if you answered on Twitter, I guess please throw the hashtag QoftheW with your response. That way we can easily find them for reading's sake. It looks like Skype decided Tony may or may not be part of the show anymore. So,
ooh, I hear voices.
Oh, you're back. All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up.
I think the gods are saying we need to wrap our show.
Yeah. So at this point, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty.
And I hope Skype holds. I guess I got nothing else.
Lesson learned. We're way too electrifying for the internet.
You're right. You're right, sir. All right. We will talk to you folks next week.